Welcome, yogis. My name is Erin, and this will be a 1-hour all levels vinyasa flow class. Recording this for my YouTube channel while I'll be out of Oregon for a couple weeks. So you're welcome to take this instead of one of my normal live classes. And we'll start in a comfortable seat. That can be legs crossed, Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, if that's in your practice, or any other comfortable seat. And we'll begin to ground down through left and right sides of the body. When you find your seat, take a deep inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down and settle in. Close the eyes and mouth when you feel ready, and start to notice the breath. Use this active mental focus on the breath, what we call dharana, mental concentration, just to become very present in the body. You might even visualize your breath starting in your mind's eye. With each inhale, follow the passageway of your breath through the nose, down the throat, and all the way to that bottom third of the lungs. And on the exhales, following the passageway of your breath, up and out. Take notice, does your breath have a particular color, shape, or feel? And when you feel ready, lightly constrict the back of the throat. Throughout our practice, we'll cultivate Ujjayi Pranayama, or yogic victory breath control. Begin to hear that audible quality to the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Find that pace of breath you can maintain when we begin to build heat. Tomorrow is winter solstice, and so I'll leave space here if you'd like to set an intention for your practice whenever you're taking this class, setting an intention around this change of season as we prepare to head to a new year. When you have that intention, take an inhale, bring palms to heart, Anjali Mudra. Press thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs, deep Ujjayi breath cycle here. Good, and then open the eyes, keep the mouth closed down, release the arms as we begin to move. And we'll start right in tabletop today. So coming over to hands and knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked here. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Spread your fingers wide, press down through all the knuckles of the palms, and then imagine a string cinching your navel in and up. Good, next inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, Marjarasana. Exhale, chin to chest, tuck and round, Bitilasana. Moving through cow-cat, slow and steady on the breath. We often focus on arriving in a posture. I invite you to think about the whole breath cycle as moving through that posture. Making our first vinyasa here, connecting breath with movement in an intentional way. When you finish your next exhale, meet me in neutral tabletop, gaze between the thumbs, whole body active and strong. Take an inhale, send the right leg back, bend the right knee, and start to take circles through that right hip. Notice if you're collapsing to one palm or the other, press down through both sides. And then with an inhale, send the right leg straight back. Option to reach left arm forward. Gaze stays low here. Keep that length through the back of the neck. Good, and we'll hold for 3, for 2, for 1, release to tabletop, reset, hips back over knees, and we'll take that on the second side. Inhale, send the left leg back, bend the left knee, and start to circle through the hip. Equally pressing through both palms here, gaze between the thumbs, and breathe. And with your next inhale, send the left leg straight back, option to reach right arm forward, and we'll breathe here, long line from hand to foot. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1, release, send your knees wide, big toes touch, extended Balasana, child's pose. Always the option to take a different child's pose variation if this feels too intense on the hips. Otherwise, forehead to the mat, tent up on your fingers, hands shoulder distance apart. Start to actively press back through your sits bones as you reach forward with the arms. And breathe. Come back to that intention you set. Just noticing what is, no good or bad. Throughout our practice today, feel welcome to come back here or any other resting shape, especially if the breath goes choppy when the mind gets distracted. Next, inhale, press up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, send the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Our first down dog, really finding some integrity in your down dog shape. Option to keep a deep bend in the knees here and throughout your practice. Working to send the hips up and back, lengthening through armpits and side bodies. We often hold the gaze slightly forward, fully release the back of the neck. Next, inhale, come up on the toes. On the exhale, bend the left knee, draw right heel toward the mat. Inhale, come up on the toes. Exhale, bend right knee, left heel toward the mat. Next, inhale up on the toes. And on the exhale, send both heels toward the mat. They don't need to touch. Take an inhale, roll forward to plank. Option to lower knees here. Better to lower knees if your buttocks is as high as your head in your plank, or if your lower back is dropping, just drop your knees. What we want is a long, flat line from back of the head to heels. Good, find that shape, keep your feet right where they are. Deep inhale. On the exhale, hips back. This is your down dog length. So it might feel like your heels are further from the mat. That's okay. We want this same alignment throughout to put pressure in the right spots in our joints. Next, inhale, roll forward to plank. Lower the knees and cross one ankle on top of the other. We'll work on our yoga Chaturanga push-ups. With time, Chaturanga would be lowering halfway down. Take an inhale, press through the palms. Exhale, elbows to ribs, lower any amount. Deep inhale, press back up to knees, engage the core. Exhale, lower, elbows touch the ribs. Inhale, rise back up, building heat. Exhale, lower. Once more, inhale, rise up. And then uncross the ankles, tuck the toes, release back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, take a deep bend in the knees, press the hips back, feel length through the body. Keep that length straight in the legs and breathe. Next, inhale, forward to plank, just a breath. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, hug the elbows to ribs. Inhale, slide to the belly, hover palms and knees. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Without lifting the leg up and back, take an inhale, step the right foot through, lower the back knee. We'll keep the fingers or palms planted here. Front knee is right over ankle, really important for joint health. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine forward. On the exhale, straighten the front leg, fold. Inhale, low lunge, let the left hip drop. Exhale, half splits, back hip over knee. Once more, inhale to rise. Exhale, fold, hold here. And then either walk your fingertips as far forward as you can, or reach your arms back, squeezing shoulder blades together. Each inhale, crown of the head reaches forward in space. On the exhales, contract the belly up under the ribs. Ardha Hanumanasana, Lord of the Monkey Pose. And with an inhale, bend the front knee, plant the palms, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, slide to the belly, hover palms and knees. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Without lifting the leg up and back, take an inhale, step the left foot through, low lunge. And once more, we'll keep fingers or palms planted, front knee right over ankle here. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, straighten the front leg and fold. Inhale, low lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, flex your left toes. Once more, inhale to rise. And on the exhale, straighten and fold, back hip over knee. And then either walk your hands forward or reach the arms back. Take note of that back hip. We have a tendency to want to sit back, putting pressure on the knee. So maybe slide your left heel slightly forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. Next, inhale, bend the front knee, plant the palms, and step it back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 2 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Remembering you can always find down dog or child's pose at any time. From down dog, take an inhale, come up on the toes, and start to tiptoe toward the hands as slowly as you can. Eventually meeting me in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the head and shoulders hang heavy and breathe. Maybe swaying gently left and right. As you sway, drawing weight forward to all 10 toes. Run the tongue between the lips and the teeth. Soften through the jaw and breathe. And then find some stillness here. Folding through center. Take an inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, release the arms, coming to Tadasana. Our first time standing here in mountain pose. Begin to find that inner sense of balance. Shoulders stacking over hips, hips over ankles, toes spread wide. Reach the fingers down. Gaze is straightforward and soft. In yoga, we call our gaze drishti, always working to soften it so we're almost looking at the tip of the nose. Preparing for classical Surya Namaskar, sun salutes on the breath. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, forward and fold. Right foot back. Inhale, lower right knee. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Option to lower knees here. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, elbows to ribs. Inhale, slide forward, hover palms and knees. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, lower right knee. Exhale, step up and fold. Inhale to rise, press down through the feet. Exhale, heart, second side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Inhale, lower left knee. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward to plank, Balasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, slide forward, cobra pose, shoulders back. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, step up and fold. Inhale to rise, slight back bend. Exhale, heart, continuing like this. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward, Balasana. Exhale, lower, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward, inhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward, Balasana. Exhale, lower, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, inhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, back. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, back. Right foot. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot. Inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Last side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Right foot. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. And release the arms. Come back to Tadasana. Come back to visualizing the breath. Notice sensation in the body, in the breath, through classical Surya Namaskar. Close down the eyes, that feels okay. Engaging the whole muscular body, soften the face. Come back to intention if you set one. Two Ujjayi breaths here, in and out through the nose. And then open the eyes, keep the breath moving. Bring both hands to the hips, plant through your right foot. Take a big step back with the left foot coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Right knee over ankle. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, drishti, gaze to the right middle finger. Warrior 2. Check in with torso. We often pull that front arm forward. Keep shoulders stacked over hips. Let the opening happen through the chest and the front of the pelvis. And breathe. To go just a bit deeper, you can slide the front foot forward, bringing that front leg more parallel to the mat. Next, inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm up and overhead, left arm down the left leg. So no back bend here, just bending to the side. Start to work that top shoulder back, shift your gaze up. Next, inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, right forearm, right thigh. Sweep the left arm up alongside the ear. Parshva Konasana, side angle. Take your time if you'd like to move deeper here, starting off by reaching that left arm to the right. Gaze turns up. Without letting the chest collapse forward, option to move toward the wrap. Right arm down, left arm up and behind the back. If you catch the fingers, make sure that left shoulder can keep pulling back. Gaze turning high. And breathe. If you move toward the wrap, come back to side angle, left arm up and overhead. Deep inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame your right foot, step it back, downward facing dog. We'll move through a modern vinyasa here. Inhale, forward to plank. On the exhale, lower chaturanga or to the belly. Cobra or up dog, tops of feet on the mat. Exhale, hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep inhale here. And on the exhale, lower to the knees. Keep your toes tucked, hips over knees. And then start to walk your arms forward, coming into Anahatasana, melting heart. Maybe forehead comes to the mat. If you have this space, maybe chest and chin come to the mat. As you press down and forward with the palms, pull the shoulders back and down. I like to press my toes firmly to the mat here for traction. Great shape to revisit intention. This pose named for bringing our heart chakra, Anahata chakra, close to the earth. If chest and chin are comfortably on the mat, you can explore tenting up on the fingertips here, lifting arms fully off the mat. One more breath cycle in your variation. And next inhale, press up to hands and knees. Send your knees wide, big toes touch. Press your hips back. Balasana. Just a couple breaths here. Arms can be engaged or relaxed. Once more, softening through the face. Smooth out your breath. With your next inhale, press back up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Send the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forward to plank, lower chaturanga or to the belly. Find your back bend. Meet me back in downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, gaze forward and step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, release the arms, Tadasana, top of the mat. And we'll take that on the second side. Hands to hips, this time grounding down through the left foot. Take an inhale, step the right leg all the way back, setting up for Virabhadrasana 2. Deep bend in the left knee. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, settle in, front knee over ankle here. Check in with the torso, shoulders over hips. And then energetically roll both thighs back in space. Feel that opening across the pelvis. If you're ready to go just a bit deeper, you can slide that left foot forward. And breathe. Strong on the outside, soft on the inside. Next, inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse, left arm up and overhead, right arm down the back leg. No back bend here, just bending to the right side as you work that left shoulder back. Urdhva Virabhadrasana. Next, inhale, back through warrior 2, just a breath. Exhale, left forearm, left thigh. Sweep the right arm down, up alongside the ear. Parshva Konasana. Before going deeper, start to work that right shoulder back. Stay right here or move toward the wrap. Left fingers reaching down, maybe right arm up and behind the back, interlacing fingers. If you do move toward the wrap here, make sure you don't collapse the chest forward. And breathe. If you found the wrap, back to Parshva Konasana, arm up and overhead. Deep inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame your front foot, step it back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find a flow on your breath here or hold your down dog shape. Choose what you need. If you're flowing, eventually meeting back in downward facing dog. From down dog, take an inhale, gaze forward, and then float the feet outside the hands to the top of the mat for Malasana, Yogi squat. Toes out, heels slightly in here. And then bring palms to heart center, thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. And breathe. If this is too intense with palms at heart center, you can also leave hands on the mat. I'll invite you to close down the eyes. Press firmly through all four corners of both feet. Come back to intention. Use the exhales to let the hips open out and back. Use the inhales to lengthen the spine up. And you're welcome to stay here in Malasana if this is enough. If you'd like to work toward crow pose, Bakasana, I'll talk us through it. If you have full crow with the float back, you're welcome to go there on your breath. So for those newer to exploring crow, palms shoulder distance apart, lift the hips up, walk your feet about a foot behind your wrists, start to press firmly through the palms. Really need to engage all the knuckles here, just like down dog. Bend the knees, walk your toes forward so you can tuck your knees in your armpits. So we really want knees in armpits here, not outside the triceps. Make a little shelf on the back of your arms. Find that sweet spot where you're not feeling too much pain. In order to catch flight in this arm balance, Gaze needs to come 3 to 4 feet in front of your mat. Maybe you lift one set of toes, maybe you lift both, drawing big toes together. Use your exhales to contract behind the belly and breathe. A couple rounds of breath to explore this. You're welcome to come out and back in. And if you're still exploring crow, really work on that 90-degree angle in the arms here. Find that balance point. If you haven't already, make your way back to Malasana, Yogi squat, and then plant the palms, send the hips high, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet hips distance apart. Catch the big toes with the first 2 fingers. Cap it with the thumb. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, shift the weight toward the toes, fold forward, and breathe. Really press your big toe mounds into the fingers here. If the elbows bend, let them splay out. You can always keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need here. Tadasana, hand to big toe pose. Couple deep breaths here. Keep drawing the weight further forward to the toes. And next inhale, half lift, let the toes go. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, release the arms, Tadasana, hands to hips. And then take a big step back with the left foot. This time coming to face the long edge of the mat. Turn big toes slightly in. Plant firmly through both feet. Deep inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Release your hands to blocks or the mat. When we fold forward in a wide-legged fold, striving to bring palms shoulder distance apart. So we have the same arms here as we have in our yoga push-ups. One of the beautiful things about our asana practice, physical yoga, is that we're making the same shapes, just in different orientations in space. Energetically drawing elbows toward the rib cage. You can explore drawing weight further forward to the toes here. Run the tongue between the lips and the teeth. If crown of the head and palms plant fully, option to invert to Shalamba Shavasana 3. Tripod headstand, 90-degree angle in the arms here. If you lift the legs, pushing balls and heels of the feet toward the sky. And breathe, legs actively drawing together. A couple rounds of breath to explore where you're at today. If you did move toward inversion in the next couple breaths, make your way back to your wide-legged fold. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Take an inhale, half lift, hands to hips, bend the knees, and then roll all the way to standing. Heel toe your feet together. Coming to standing balance. If you like to use a wall where you're not sure, you can adjust yourself in your space so that one set of fingers brushes the wall. We'll take crane pose today, also called Balasana, same name as crow. Begin with hands on the hips, or maybe one hand on the wall. Spread down through the left toes, plant through the left foot. And then lift your right heel up. First, just explore drawing the weight fully to the left leg. Soften your gaze. Gaze is straight forward on a fixed point. When you feel ready, take an inhale, lift the right knee, lift the arms, point your right toes, and let the fingers release to each side. Arms are active, wrists are relaxed. See if you can lift that right leg a bit higher, standing tall. And breathe. One more inhale here. Exhale, release, shake it out. Nicely done. Let go of what happened on the first side. If you're using a wall, just switch so your other hand can brush the wall. And otherwise, both hands to hips. Let go of that side, starting fresh here. Spread through your right toes, ground down through the right foot, and then lift the left heel. First, explore bringing all the weight to that right leg. Find your drishti, your steady gaze. When you feel ready, inhale, lift the left knee, point the left toes. Exhale, release the fingers to left and right. And breathe. Noticing how even in relative stillness, we're finding tiny movements through the body to hold our balance here. One more inhale, lift the left knee up. Exhale, release, shake it out. And meet me at the top of the mat. We'll take a sun salute slow and steady on the breath. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank, lower on the same exhale, move through your flow. We'll meet back in our last down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. About 5 deep breaths here. Option to lower to the knees instead or find child's pose. If you're in down dog, really tap into that balance of effort and ease, stira and sukha. Two more breath cycles here, in and out through the nose. With your next exhale, lower to the knees. Come to a seat on the mat. Swing your legs all the way forward, drawing legs together, finding your tall seat here, shoulders over hips. From here, bring the hands behind the body, fingers pointed toward you, bend the knees, and plant the feet hips distance apart. We're setting up for a reverse tabletop. If you have full Purvottanasana, legs straight, soles of the feet coming to the mat, you're welcome to take that. Otherwise, we'll take this variation, slightly pigeon toe your big toes. Begin to flatten through the palms, feel the sternum rise. Lift the gaze up. Take an inhale, lift the hips toward knee height, and breathe. Maybe head and neck release back. Notice if knees are splaying out, draw them together. Knees over ankles here. Modified Purvottanasana, intense east-facing pose. And we'll hold for 3, for 2, for 1, release, come all the way to a seat. Extend your legs forward and long, maybe shake them out, shake out the shoulders. And we'll take our counter pose right away here. Begin to flex all 10 toes toward the belly. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, reach forward first, long spine, and then fold, release the back of the neck. Hands can come anywhere along the mat. Legs, feet, or big toes. If you're using the arms to reach the torso further forward, keep drawing the shoulders back and down. I invite you to use your breath, your exhales to deepen the fold rather than the muscular body. Paschimottanasana, intense west-facing pose. In yoga, our back body is the west. Front body is the east, head is north, feet are south. Maybe flexing toes so strongly here that heels begin to hover. And before rising up, reach the arms forward, engage the core. Deep inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the hands. And we're making our way all the way to the back. but we'll do so with core control, staying just as you are in your upright seat. This time pointing the toes, squeeze your legs together, reach both arms forward, thumbs up. Deep inhale here. Exhale, chin to chest, look at the belly, slowly lower down. Keep the toes pointed here. It's okay if the feet or legs pop up in your own time, finding lower, middle, and upper back. Release fully to the mat. When you feel the whole back body on the mat, close the eyes down. Take a few deep, intentional breaths here. Enjoy that sensation of release, balance that comes after yogic effort. Mouth is still closed here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And with your next inhale, bend the knees, lift the feet, bring the knees to a 90-degree angle, and then find Prana Mudra with the arms, bend the elbows, fingers pointing away from you, backs of the arms on the floor. We'll take some core work here. I invite you to resist that urge to let the knees come toward the belly. Keep that 90-degree angle. Before we move, check in with your lower back. If you feel it arching off the mat, can you pull the navel and rib cage down toward the floor? And then keep this engagement. Deep inhale here. Exhale, let the knees rotate toward the left for a twist. Inhale through center, keep the shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale, twist right, left shoulder stays planted. Inhale through center, feet are active. Exhale, left, and continue this way on your breath. The slower you go, the more you'll isolate that engagement of the side obliques, those muscles along the side of the rib cage. This is a great way to build strength for Chaturanga, our yoga push-ups, and to tone the torso. Few more deep breaths here, side to side. The next time you finish up left side, we'll meet back through center. And then when you find stillness in center, send the legs to the sky, release the arms alongside the body, and point your toes here. Ankles over knees, knees over hips, press down through the forearms. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the legs forward and down. As slowly as you can, keep the lower back on the mat. In your own time, once more, whole back body releases. And this time, draw soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Slightly tuck your shoulder blades closer together under the back, and bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Let the hips fall out open to the sides. Let the knees follow. Just taking care to never press on the knees to open through the hips. If you like to slide props under the outer edge of your legs here, you're welcome to do so. A few deep rounds of breath. Begin to soften slightly through the physical body. Still holding your alignment here, but allowing that sense of release into the ground beneath you. And revisit intention. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Good, 2 more Ujjayi breaths here. With your next inhale, use the hands to lift the legs, plant the feet hips distance apart, knees toward the sky. Setting up for bridge pose here. Arms alongside the body, palms down. Slightly pigeon toe your toes, but without bringing the feet closer together. Keep the feet hips distance apart. Take an inhale, lift the hips toward knee height. Tuck your shoulder blades together under the back. Energetically squeeze your inner thighs together. Option to interlace hands behind the back, pulling fists toward heels. Notice if your toes want to lift up here, keep all 10 toes planted. If you do find this version with hands interlaced accessible, you can try lifting up on the toes, bringing your hands to the small of your back, thumbs toward the lower back, and then replanting the feet. You'll feel your hips lift a bit higher. This is prep to move right from bridge into shoulder stand. We won't go there today, but a fun transition to know. Wherever you're at in Setu Bandhasana, bridge, a couple more deep breaths. Let the chin stay relaxed as the chest rises to the chin. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly release, come to the back, and just let the knees rest against one another. A couple rounds of breath and constructive rest. Resist that urge to draw knees right to the chest. And with your next inhale, draw the knees to the chest, hug them in. Find any intuitive rocking motions here, side to side, forward and back, as we prepare for our spinal twist. The next time you rock through center, stay here, find stillness, and send both arms wide in a T. Flip your palms down. Keep both shoulder blades in contact with the mat throughout our entire twist sequence here. Deep inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, knees up and over to the left. Shift your gaze to the right and let your feet and ankles relax. Jatara Parivartanasana. If that right shoulder blade's lifting up, see if you can exhale it toward the mat. It's okay if knees are hovering high off the mat here. Use your exhales to breathe into that deep internal organ compression. And next inhale, roll to the back, knees to the chest. Keep your arms wide in a T, palms down. Deep inhale here. Exhale, knees up and over to the right. Shift your gaze to the left, maybe closing down eyes altogether. Left shoulder blade stays grounded to the mat. And breathe. It's a good time in your practice to begin to add an extra beat or two to each inhale and exhale. Lengthening that inner metronome of your breath as you use the breath to start to cool down the body from the inside out. And with your next inhale, roll to the back. Hug the knees in once more. And then make your way toward your Shavasana shape. No rush here. I'll leave space if there's another posture or movement you need. In the next 10 or so rounds of your breath, coming all the way to the back, flipping palms up and letting the legs splay out as they do. Wherever you're at in your final movements and breath control, once more visualize your breath in your mind's eye. Notice if it has a different color, shape, or feeling since we began our practice. Just notice. Start to take active note of a slight pause after each inhale, belly filled with air. And a slight pause after each exhale, belly empty. And if you haven't already, begin to move fully toward your Shavasana shape. The most important of asanas, postures in our physical practice, coming to Shavasana like sleep at the end of the day, allowing your practice to integrate mind, body, and energetic body. At the bottom of your next exhale, fully release your Ujjayi breath. Release that constriction in the back of the throat. Feel the abdominal muscles relax, but keep the mouth and eyes closed down. I'll chant us into Shavasana with a mantra. As I chant, disconnect more and more from physical sensations around you. And come to rest in quiet and stillness. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Punaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitama Stuma Virvishavahai. Aum Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Hara, Om Hari, Om Haru, Om Harai, Om Hara Ao, Aum, Om Harao, Om Hari, Om Haru, Om Harai, Om Hara Ao, Aum. Take a long, deep inhale through the nose and open the mouth, sigh it out. Begin to come back to the body through the breath. Hold on, let's settle in what serves you from your practice. Let go, exhale aside what doesn't. Eventually moving toward a full body stretch, reaching arms up and overhead. And in your own time, drawing both knees to the chest, rolling to the right side body. Take a few generous breaths in this liminal shape before bringing head back above heart. When you feel ready to rise, eyes closed or gaze soft, press yourself back to your most comfortable seat. And we'll meet sitting tall as we begin our practice. Once more, grounding down equally through left and right sits bones. Crown of the head reaching toward the sky, space between the vertebrae. With an inhale, bring palms to heart center, call back that intention if you set one. Take a breath cycle here, pressing thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. The light within me honors and respects the light within each of you. Thank you. Mil gracias. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed the practice. Glad you made it for a YouTube practice today. And if you'd like to donate to support my donation-based yoga programs, you can do so through Venmo and PayPal to Freelancer PhD. As always, though, everyone's welcome. So donate if you can. Show up as you are. Hope to practice again with you soon. Thanks so much.